On this episode of GripWorks, we got seat, harness, and brake upgrades for the Camaro. Alright, so what seat did you get?
So as far as price and affordability and all kinds of good reasons why I can afford to get this, I ended up going with Corbeau on this one. Like it just
Corbeau.
Can't even grab this thing.
Make sure your hands are clean.
It's black. It's black. Can't stain black. Can you?
Look at that.
So I wanted to go for speed and comfort, so I ended up getting this one over another model that I saw. I forgot what the model this one is. It's like FDX. Something serious sounding.
So this is a full fixed back bucket seat compared to the Camaro's Pomona Swap Meet Special, I guess you can call it. Right?
Yeah.
The Pomona Swap Meet Special. Let me show you the seats that the car has now. It's locked. Well, I guess I'll show you guys later, but so they got a seat that he's gonna use on the driver's side.
Yeah.
So that's most important. And tell everybody why you wanted to get a seat.
I honestly needed a seat because anytime we went for spirited driving, I would literally roll with the motion. So anytime I take a left, I would swing to the left, to the right. I was never really fixed in my place to feel everything as it comes. So going with a seat like this and a seat harness, which is another big bonus, I'll be able to feel everything as it comes on every corner.
Yeah, having a real bucket seat like this makes a big difference because you're strapped in, you're not moving around, and you feel what the car is doing. You're not too concentrating on the G-forces that are occurring when you're cornering, because a car with like that Camaro actually can pull some G's. I mean, it's got big tires, full suspension, and everything. So you're kind of fighting just to hold yourself upright. With this, you can just concentrate on driving. Where you're going and what you're doing, you don't have to concentrate on holding on anymore. So this with the harness, where's the harness at?
Right here.
It's also a Corbeau harness.
You gotta match. You got a Corbeau.
Corbeau harness, black as well, classy. It's a 4-point, 5-point,
4-point, and I had to go bolt on. We tried doing the whole clip-on style, but there's just no such eyelet that exists, an eyelet bolt, to actually work.
Yeah,
the bolts are too big. The factory bolts are way too big.
The funky early 1970s Chevy eyelet bolts are impossible to find. So here we go. We're gonna put the stuff in, and if we have time today, we're gonna try to change the master cylinder. You want to tell them about that stuff?
Yeah. So the car never actually braked 100%. Never really felt the front brakes actually lost. So, and I think one of the main reasons is just having so many adapters to work. If you want to take a look. So I ended up putting all kinds of adapters so I could externally change the bias of the front and rear brakes as I did a rear brake conversion. I was a little worried about depending on nothing but this fixed proportioning valve bias, because I didn't know if it was going to lock up the rear brakes or not. So that's why I ended up putting this dual one here. But you know, anytime you add an adapter to something, you're adding points of leakage, and any points of leakage that is exposed could actually add air to the system, which you're never going to be able to bleed 100% because of that.
More possible points of failure. Exactly. The more you simplify the kit, the less there is to go wrong, which is what you want in a track car. So
let me show you what I ended up getting.
Yeah.
So I ended up just going to good old CPP.
CPP should really sponsor us.
Ha! That would be awesome. Actually, there's still a bunch of stuff.
I like all our stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, so basically I ended up going with this setup so that I got it all fixed, built in. I don't need any adapters. It's gonna go direct. It's gonna be a direct.
So this is a proportioning valve and metering valve all in one.
Yeah, and it's got the brake bias right here. That's adjustable.
And this is going to replace that Wobo unit you have in the car, right?
Yeah, since I got the Pomona swap special on the booster and master cylinder, I don't really know the condition of either. I'm sure the booster, it's holding vacuum in it, but just to make sure I touched everything, I ended up going with this master cylinder. It's a aluminum Corvette dual bowl style, and should definitely hopefully fix whatever slop I've got in the brake system.
More Corvette parts in the Camaro. Damn, look at my hands. We went to the junkyard earlier and got a bunch of stuff for my EK Civic Coupe that you guys haven't seen yet. It's all in the car. But
Honda Shootout!
Honda Shootout coming soon. You guys will see that in a future episode. And here we got the bracket, right?
Yeah, so we got the matching bracket for this Corbeau seat. Since I have Pro Car seats with the Pro Car bracket, it's going to be a different mounting style for this one here. That's why I ended up getting the appropriate bracket to mount this Corbeau seat.
This is a nice seat. Well, it's nice. So it's a Corbeau, Chevy, Camaro specific bracket with seat rails.
And that's something I noticed is that their Corbeau seats, their sliders are attached to their brackets, and Pro Car ones, it's always going to be attached to their seats. Sliders attached to their seats, and this one's just separate on that one. That's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna bolt the stuff in. Check for helmet clearance. Right, we need to get his helmet and make sure he still fits. And then once all that's said and done, we'll put the harness in the car, adjust the harness for him, and then move on to the brakes. So let's get started.
Okay.
I think that was the fastest seat and bracket removal in the history of the automobile.
Thank you, Power Tools. Also, a possible sponsorship.
Milwaukee, where you at? We'll put this over there. No.
Oh, you want it right here?
Yeah, do this like just next to each other.
Ah! I don't want to go.
There we go.
Be so angry.
So here's the Corbeau seat next to the Pro Car seat. You can see how much narrower this seat is and how much more supportive it is, especially in this area here. You sit here, you turn, and you slide off. This one, you have these bolsters here, and you're not going anywhere. These are okay on this seat, but these are just much better. This seat just looks a lot better.
The overall bulk is just in your face. Look at this here. This is like the slimmed, I've gone to the gym for 3 months straight kind of look.
And you can see how crooked the seat is getting too. If you look at this bolster, and this one looks like it's been widened from you sitting. It's just...
This is just from daily use.
Yeah, daily use versus a nice Corbeau seat. It's the Pro Car bracket versus the Corbeau bracket. So you can see the Pro Car bracket is just a little tubular design with some flat stock. And this looks like it's a much beefier design, and beefy is good for safety and for feel.
And
Rigidity, exactly. If the seat bracket flexes, like in my car, it feels like your car has body roll when it doesn't. But when everything's stiff and planted and safe and secure and strong, you feel everything the car's doing, which is amazing for I guess driving skill, confidence, everything. Seats make a huge difference. People overlook them a lot, or they underestimate them, but seats are a great upgrade to go faster, in our opinion. So we're gonna bolt this bracket in the car. Or maybe bolt the bracket to the seat and then bolt together in the car. I'll update you guys when we're ready to bolt this in the car. Loctite on all these bolts, you know, so he doesn't die.
So we prevent the risk of these getting loose.
Yeah, we don't want anything getting loose. So essentially what you do is you actuate the lever, pull it back. So we got the back of it exposed here. We'll run our bolts through into the back two bolt locations. Then slide it the other way to the front and bolt the whole thing in the car.
Did we zip it back up?
Yeah, I zipped it back up.
Oh, look at you all sneaky.
So we had this annoying problem when bolting this up. Behind this flat piece of steel, there's a welded nut on each corner. Here, up here, and up here. You can't see these two because of the sliders. The one on this side, before we even began the installation, we were trying to thread the bolt in, and the bolt just kept spinning, and we saw that the welded nut behind there came loose. Like all the tack welds came loose, so I had to stick my fingers and pliers and all kinds of crap behind there to get that bolt in. But it's on there, it's secure, everything has Loctite on it, so we're finally ready to bolt this in the car, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this bolted in the car, and we'll show you what it looks like.
So now we're just gonna reapply some rusted bolts. It's just my style. The bubbles help. But yeah,
For extra comfort.
Actually, yeah, like honestly, it's a better, for sure compared to my old seats. Everything feels like at a better reach. I don't know, maybe because I'm lower. Feels, I don't know. Feels
Are you
better.
sitting lower than before?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sitting lower than before. That's for sure.
So more
More reach. That's probably the best description I can throw out right now is that the better reach of the wheel, better reach of the pedal, better reach of the accelerator. I felt everything was a little bit higher. Like I had to reach for the tip. And right now, you know, I have full reach. Comfortable full reach, by the way.
Yeah. Everybody needs to understand that seating position is very important. Your position relative to the pedals, relative to the steering wheel, relative to the gear selector, shifter, makes a huge difference as far as like a reaction time. And maybe I'll show you guys on the Mustang a little later, but you know, where the steering wheel position is relative to your body makes a big difference on steering feel and leverage and all that stuff. So looks like his seating position improved a lot with the seat.
I can't wait to see how this is going to feel like, but most definitely it's going to be a night and day, complete night and day for me.
Hell yeah. So next is harnesses.
Yeah,
The harness.
The harness sits.
Oh, and it uses the normal factory style latch. That's pretty cool. A lot easier than my cam lock. I have a 5-point, so I have to go.
How? I love that sound.
Tell me you have the other bolt.
I have the other one.
You said it was in the SI?
Just got it. Some chips. Oh my god, there's can you smell that?
What the fuck is
Hey,
that?
does it smell like vinegar?
That smells like dead yogurt.
It smells like apple. It smells like apple. Yeah. You're like, oh, it smells so gross. Let me smell it again. It smells like apple
It's
vinegar.
banana.
It smells like apple vinegar, I swear.
Why do you have that in your car?
Push away rats? I don't know.
To scare them away?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't want to touch that.
Wow.
Oh, this Ford, what is it? F-150 has 1.2 million miles. 1.2 million miles. Jose's uncle bought it brand new, just kept up with the maintenance, and he commuted, what, 110 miles every day, I think he said. for 20, 30 years, and the thing racked up 1.2 million miles. Just hit 1.2 million. That's insane. That's what you can do when you take care of your cars, and it's manual. Just thought that was really cool. What are you looking for now?
The bolt.
I have it in my hand.
You found it?
I showed it to you a while ago.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
I went, haha, here it is, and you're like over here freaking talking about the rotten banana.
What smells just like vinegar?
What kind of vinegar?
Oh wait, my keys. Oh, that would have sucked. Jingle, jingle.
Get the keys?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, now you can throw your tantrum. Alright, quick update. We're running out of light, but we had to ditch the CPP proportioning valve because it's supposed to be a bolt-in kit supposedly, but it relocates the proportioning valve in a much different location, and the brake lines will have to be completely redone, and we just don't have time for that. Jose has or Mooney has a aftermarket proportioning valve in the car already, like a distribution block for a front and rear disc application. So what we're gonna do is we are basically ditching the Willwood adjustable proportioning valve, and that might be a conflict in itself. I'm not sure, but we're completely simplifying the system. We have just the factory line going into the distribution block, simplifying the whole system a lot, and then going to the new Corvette master cylinder, which we already bench bleeded. So we're just tightening up all the lines down here. This is already bench bleeded. We're gonna hook up these lines, bleed the brakes completely, and then maybe give it a run, give it a test drive, see how it feels. We'll see. Alright, quick update. Pretty much done. Everything's tight, all the brake lines are tight. And again, we simplified it. We are no longer running this CPP valve or the Willwood valve. We're going to completely rely on that distribution block's conventional 70-30 ratio, but this is much simpler. So many less adapters. It's just factory line to this. Everything's all tidy and clean and normal. So we're gonna bleed it. Hopefully we still have enough light to show you guys the finished product. So I'll update you soon. Pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. Alright, so we were not able to finish the car. We ran into some problems. Well, I mean, the car brakes fine, but not good enough.
It's not really braking like you would think, having big brakes in the front and the back.
Yeah, we kind of compared it to the way my car feels, and we were intentionally trying to lock the brakes on his. And you will slam on the brakes and it will slow down. Stopped pretty hard, but it wasn't. I feel like we were only getting about 80% of the braking power. So we're on the case, we're trying to figure it out. But this is where we have to end the video. We were not able to finish, but we're gonna do some research and try to get this figured out, and we'll get back to you guys.
Yeah, so at least we still had the successful braking harness. So
yeah, the seat and the harness.
That was successful, and night and day difference. That's for sure.
So that was good. As far as the brakes go, we're gonna have to finish at a later episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Were you gonna say something? So thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you guys sticking through the video. So please help us out. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back with more videos.
And if there's anything you saw remedy-wise or advice as far as helping find out this braking thing, give us your ideas.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if you guys have any idea what the problem might be. Alright, cool. Thanks. See you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.